What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. The Call of Duty community is over the moon excited for the return of Verdansk. And it was made official earlier this week, even though it's been rumored and anticipated for what seems like months now, even maybe like several months, like half a year at this point in time. But regardless of that, there's some real excitement. And I can only imagine the excitement that's going to build as we see more and more marketing from Activision here. Because like I've said before, they're putting all their chips in the middle. They want this to succeed. They almost need it to succeed. But with all of this excitement comes the flip side of that. Skepticism, criticism, negativity. And the question that I have for you guys today is, do you think those who are critical, skeptical, and negative towards Call of Duty, do you think that it is forced or it is genuine? That's what I have to ask, because I saw this tweet from the Ghost of Hope, and I really was disappointed by it. He said this: "The hate for Verdansk returning is honestly so forced, I can't lie. LMAO." And I respect Ghost of Hope. I think he does a lot of great things for this community. And I'm disappointed to see that because I don't think that the hate is forced. Sure, there are people within this community that are hating Call of Duty for the sake of it and honestly don't want anything positive to ever come out of the franchise ever again. But I think it's a little unfair to just label those who are critical, and maybe I'm misreading this or reading too much into it, but I think it's unfair to say that people that are quote-unquote hating on it or being negative towards it are forcing it. I don't think it's forced hate. I think there are legitimate reasons to hate on the return of Verdansk. Because what they're doing is they're exchanging new content for recycled content in hopes of the recycled content extracting a certain type of feeling from you. Hoping that nostalgia works. Hoping that the member berries of the past overshadows the issues the game currently has. And unfortunately, it's going to work for the short term, but I don't think it's going to work in the long term. But maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. But here's the other problem. I think there is valid skepticism and criticism towards the return of Verdansk because the last 5 years of Call of Duty haven't been all that bright and sunny. And unfortunately, bringing something back from 5 years ago isn't just going to all of a sudden make the 5 years of a player experience that's eroded away disappear. People are going to remember that when they went into Verdansk in 2020, the franchise felt like it was in a better state. A state that didn't have Black Ops Cold War, which released with very little content. Which then saw the introduction of Warzone 2.0 and then Modern Warfare 2 to follow. Two things that I still think that we're recovering from very slowly. And then, of course, I forgot about it. I actually forgot about Call of Duty Vanguard. Such a forgettable game, such a forgettable experience. That's what Call of Duty's been. So yeah, Verdansk hasn't been around in 5 years, but look what's happened since. We got a direct sequel to MW2 with MW3. A disappointing Black Ops 6 game that just doesn't seem to want to take the necessary steps forward. So I'm going to side with the people that are a little skeptical. I'm not going to side with those, though, that hate the game for the sake of hating the game, or hope that Call of Duty fails as a result of the return of Verdansk. No, I don't think that way. If anything, I hope Verdansk proves me wrong, that my skepticism is invalid. But unfortunately, every single time I've been skeptical, every single time I've been concerned, every single time I've been cautious, I've been validated because Call of Duty doesn't seem to care about going above and beyond. They don't put the same level of love, care, and support into this franchise that I believe they should. So that's why I'm skeptical. I don't think that it's forced. I don't think this skepticism is forced. It's 100% warranted because of how we've been treated for the last 5 years. I'd say even longer than that, but let's just go back to the original launch of Warzone. That's the problem. You can pretend it's forced hate. You can pretend that it's invalid all you want. But my reasons aren't invalid. I'm as loyal of a fan as anyone else. I want to see this franchise succeed, but unfortunately I can't support a franchise that doesn't really care if I'm a customer or not. They don't want me. They've made that abundantly clear over the last several months, over the last several years, as they continue to put profit and greed ahead of player experience. So what, is Verdansk going to come back and the player experience is all of a sudden going to be the same as it was in 2020? Are we going to have better servers? A somewhat competent anti-cheat? Is matchmaking going to be infinitely better? Like, there are reasons to be worried about the return of Verdansk. What if the nostalgia isn't enough to overshadow all of the existing problems that Warzone has? What if they fumble it, like they've fumbled so many other things in the past? Those are the questions that you need to ask. I hope that they nail this. I hope that they return Call of Duty to a serious game in some way, shape, or form. And I'm not saying the cosmetics need to be serious. I mean, they need to showcase that they're taking the game serious themselves. Because it's been very clear over the last several months, they don't really want to take the game seriously. It's filled with bugs. So the question I ask is then, if they release Warzone, they release Verdansk, and it's filled with bugs, is the hate still going to be forced, or is it going to be warranted? I really have that question, because right now, it's the same situation. People are concerned that's what's going to happen. I know it's been delayed 2 weeks. I get that. But I think it's valid that people have concerns. I think it's valid that people look at the current state of Call of Duty, look at what they've done, and say, this isn't all that they make it out to be. And I don't want this to be twisted. This isn't me going after the Ghost of Hope for a full video. This is just me saying that skepticism and criticism around Verdansk is valid. The difference is how people react once it releases. And I'll be the first one to come out and say I was wrong. And I want to be that person. Man, would I love it if Call of Duty releases a banger with Verdansk, a banger, with Season 3. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Of course I want that. Give me a reason to go back to play Black Ops X. Give me a reason to be invested into Warzone. Give me that reason. I've been waiting for so long. I've been saying that I'll be the first one to say a lot of things for far too long now. But they continue to drop the ball. They continue to underperform, underdeliver. And that's why I just don't want to go all in on Verdansk. I don't want to trust that they're going to deliver. I just can't. They've given me too many reasons to not trust them, to not believe them. So I don't think this is forced by any means. I think it's valid. So that's really all I have to say on this topic. I saw this tweet and I just thought to myself, I'm like, man, are we really doing this again? I heard so much about how it was forced hate about Season 1's content, but it was just a nothing burger. It was nothing that really added to the experience. Heard it again with Season 2. Oh, you're just forcing hate again. It was a nothing burger. It was forgettable. Warzone got like no support, no new content. This is what we've seen continuously from Call of Duty. Overpromise, underdeliver. Can we just deliver for once? Can they just actually follow through and give us what we've been waiting for? That's what I want to see. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I really am curious to hear your thoughts on this. So leave a comment down below, whether you agree with me, disagree with me. I want to hear it all. And yeah, if you disagree with me, maybe we can have a little bit of a debate. I'd love to do that. Nonetheless, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, can you please hit that like button? If you guys want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, please help me hit 4,000 subscribers. I love all of you. So please have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.